You guys have been going back and forth win-loss for so long now. You've strung 3 wins together. What does that do for the confidence in this team?
Yeah, it's an easy answer. You know, gives us confidence. You know, obviously, you know, the guys, the grit and the work rate they showed tonight. I mean, I'm exhausted right now, and I can't imagine what these guys. You know, it was like a towel before the game. I was doing whatever I could to wring out whatever they had left in their legs, some of these guys, and to see them pressing in the second half with intensity still. I mean, Damir, Corey, when Luis comes on, Sonny, Kyle, Brooks, Danny, you know, just pressing up, and it's amazing. It was amazing to me, you know. So what does this do for us? Momentum, confidence, 9 points, which is gigantic for us right now. And above all, though, I've said it in the past, when you have 3 performances like this, you know, and you go back and look at the tape and you talk to them, this is what you're capable of. You know, this is the standard. You know, I'm not saying every game we're going to be able to win every game or play for 90 minutes unbelievable, but the work rate, the positioning, the tactical understanding, the attempts on goal, that's the standard. And we have a lot of guys vying for positions now, and you can see the intensity that players want to stay on the field, and it's a good problem for a coach to have.
That first half had a bunch of really close shots. What was the conversation at halftime?
Score. Put them on frame. No, this was probably possibly the shortest halftime talk I ever had, to be honest with you. I'm probably exaggerating, but it was very short because the only 2 things we saw is convert your chances because we're getting them. And I thought that we were a little bit sloppy at times out of the back through the midfield, and we gave them half chances based off of that. So, again, that comes down to tired legs. It was take care of the ball, get the ball moving, and when we get in, take a deep breath, close your eyes if you have to, and put the ball in the goal.
Seattle didn't register a shot on frame. Like, what did you see defensively to contribute to that?
I mean, a total team defense obviously played the biggest role in that. You know, it's not just a back 4, and when we score, it's not just a guy who scored. You know, it started probably from the goalkeeper. So to me, I saw a total team defending, immediate counter pressure. When we lost it in transition, which when we didn't win the ball right away, at least we forced them sideways or backwards. I would have to assume that Stefan Fry, who is an unbelievable keeper, by the way, I would assume that he hit the ball long. I don't want to say more than he ever has, but I think he hit the ball long a lot tonight. That was based off our counter pressure, and I think that is why. That's where it starts, and a big chunk of the reason why they didn't have many attempts or any shots on goal. It started from that, our pressure as a team. But then when it did get through, I thought Marcelo and Justin battled with Brooks and Danny. Kyle and Sonny sitting in front doing dirty work, picking up a lot of second balls, which we focused on in the pregame. So it was a total team effort, and I think that's what it is.
Mike, what did you make of Danny's performance? He's been last 3 matches left back. What have you made of his improvement so far?
Are you doing a story on Danny?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Then I'll answer the question. Because you know, you could say it about any player tonight. They all play well. But Danny tonight, to be honest with you, I saw one thing that I haven't seen in him in a long time. He was actually a man tonight. He actually battled. He actually consistently. Of course, he battled before, but consistently. He had this bite, this tenacity. He had confidence with the ball at his feet. You know, and that was a little bit of the inconsistency, a lot of the inconsistency of the reason why early in the season you didn't have a guaranteed starting spot. And there was a point in the 70-something minute, I think we were winning 1-0, and he came over, there was an injury or something, and I grabbed him by the neck and I said, finish this game out, you know, be a man, because he has been. And so I'm happy for Danny. But again, I gave you that answer because you're doing a story on him. I don't want to single out a player. Everybody tonight put the work in.
You might hate this, but I want to follow up on that question. I know the first time, Danny's first start, you took him out because he wasn't getting up you wanted more of an offensive presence. What have you thought about him lately getting involved in the attack?
I would think that his overlapping and underlapping tonight, I don't know who had more, him or Brooks, whereas usually it's Brooks getting really attacking. Danny, like I said, he's taking his third or fourth chance, you know? And it's been like that, you know? He's been in, he's been out, been in, and he's running with it because he's doing not one thing right. He's doing a handful of things right. Not doing everything right. There's still room to improve. But like I said, to me, the biggest change of Danny is his attitude. You know, his bite, he's becoming a man. And then we always knew he had quality. The quality wasn't the issue. You know, he's represented our country on the youth level, came up through our academy, got called into the full team, and you know. But it's about constantly reminding him every day, this is what's expected. This is what's expected. And now you know, because you've been through it with me, that if I don't get what I expect, you know, you're not going to play. And that's with all the players, though. And let me clarify one thing. When I say, I'm not saying he has to play phenomenal every game, but there are 3 or 4 things that are demanded out of that position and the mentality they want as a team.
Schedule continues to stay tight. Stepping away, U.S. Open Cup. Do you have any extra emphasis on stuff outside of MLS play as a coach? Do you put any extra emphasis on games like this coming up?
I would love to. You know, I mean, we've talked a lot about it leading up to this. But we do have tired legs. We have the ability to bring up a handful of Monarchs players. We have young players that have not gotten an opportunity, and this could be their shot. I would love to take. I want to win everything I do. You know, everything. And if the Open Cup is a chance for a trophy, it's a chance to get into the CONCACAF Champions League, which is huge. But we're not there as a league yet that allows us to have 40 players deep of the same type of quality. It's a fact. So emphasis I put on it. It's ironic that we had a 3-game week leading into that, and it really turns into a 5-game 2 weeks. So there's a lot of guys that aren't going to be able to be available for the game. I'm not going to say who, but I'm going to put the best team that I can out there without sacrificing injuries, without sacrificing the LA game on Saturday. So we're going to give it a go and see what happens.
Any update on Plata's injury?
It was a non-contact injury, which I didn't realize. I thought he got hit elbowed or something, but took a shot and his body twisted and he felt something. I believe he said he felt something pop in his rib area, and that's painful. I've had bruised ribs before, and it was one of the most painful things I've had. So I think he's going to get an MRI tomorrow or Monday, and we'll certainly figure out what it is. Could be muscle instead of a rib. We don't know yet, but he's in pain.